Hello and welcome everybody, but probably nobody. This is ThorW, and fuck my introduction, there's a new character out. Thief Kunoichi, let's create character. Yeah! Name. Oh, I know. Perfect. God damn. Bam. Got it. Alright, everyone, so our Kunoichi, not Kunoichi. Not Kunoichi, pronounce it right, you filthy slack-jawed idiots. Kunoichi is going to be named Mochizuki Chi, short for Mochizuki Chiyome, a very famous Japanese historical figure who created an entire clan of Kunoichi, basically. So, bam! Challenge! Alright. Challenge. 50, 60, 70, 70, 85. We're gonna max this biznatch out. Alright, let's start. Bam. Aw, yeah. At the end of the world. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. Many incidents that brought chaos to the world are concealed deeply in the abyss. Yet as pieces of clue revealed no connection between, nonetheless begin to unravel the answers by the name of fate. So the ones who are forsaken behind the wheels of fate may blame the sky for this tragedy. It is a sign leading them to where they should be, a sign indicating the wheels of fate driving slowly, a sign of a mere beginning. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't care about your cutscene. I done seen it already. With elves' sacrifice, the great pinnacles were salvaged from the great fire. Thus, after recovering from destruction, the world rejoiced. Momentary peace. Soon later, devastating storms of the metastasis hit the continent of Arid. Once again, Arid fell into chaos, faced the verge of utter destruction. Afterwards, survivors, well, whatever. We got some training center. Yeah. Cha! Motherfucker! Your blade is dull. I still sense the hesitation within your mind. Someday you must make your own decisions all by yourself. When that time comes, handle your blade with no mercy. Do not hesitate to take enemy's life. Otherwise, you will lose your own. Yes, Master. Blush, because he's so fucking hot! Master, your cough doesn't seem to get better at all. Is not the medicine you got from warfare work effective enough? I was gonna say working. There's no W there. This cough, there's nothing to worry about. Besides, aren't you old enough to choose the place to settle in? I don't have any plans about marriage. Yes, you do. Look at him. He's hot. Marriage. I meant the place between Queen Maya or the elders. That. I'll let you know at the end of the day. Oh, no, well, Master's dead. Yep, look, see, he became a big old zombie. Don't hesitate. What should I do? You should don't hesitate. I told you not to hesitate. Bam. And he did it to himself. Yup. Good job. And then you scream no to the heavens, basically. Master, Queen Maya or the Elders. Maybe I'm still too naive to understand these things. I want to find out more about this world, to seek the reasons of this misery. Alright, let's... I didn't realize I drifted this far. I've been on the road for a while, but my search for information about the epidemic has been futile. I should widen my search. I'm hearing a voice in my head, and yeah, alright, let's... Alright, so I have personally never played a thief class before, so this'll be fun. This'll be an entire learning center. It'll be a new learning experience for me the whole time, so I'm gonna be like a little bit slow early on. But... Hey, what's up, Saria? I saved you. Now we can be BFFs. Forever. Forever and ever. Come on. Thank you. Alright, so we're basically going to be skipping the story. I was about to say sticking the story. We're going to be skipping the story and just doing our quests here, guys. As quickly as possible. And that way we can very quickly just run through things and get through stuff and all them Jim Jams. Ooh, what's that? Petite Kunoichi box. Contains a temporary Petite Kunoichi creature. Ooh. And legendary box of flame. Legendary flame chakra weapon. Okay. Gimme it. Ooh. Looks nice. Why can't I equip it? What level is it? Whoa, necessary skill chakra weapon. Oh. Okay. This item cannot be added to the safe. Well, I ain't getting rid of it. I don't intend to get rid of it. Petite Kunoichi. Equip. Oh, it's so cute! It's so cute! Look how cute she is! What is this? Starter's box. Contains hearty gifts from various NPCs. Ah, Saria's box. Starter's avatar complete set. 15 days. Fatigue recovery potion. Very nice. Give me that novice avatar gift box. A thief. Thief A or Thief B? Well, I don't know which is which. Can I have a preview? Can I have a preview for whether I want A or B? I'm gonna go with A. Yeah, of course I want a thief. I'm a thief. Bam. I got some funk lady stuff apparently. Apparently I'm funky. How are we gonna look? Oh yeah. That's hot. Let's see, which parts do we like, which parts do we not like? I kinda like the hat better than the skull. Okay. Ah, okay, that's the choker or the scarf. We're gonna keep the scarf. Okay, we'll keep that. Skull belt is cooler. The boots don't matter that much. The tattered pants is a maybe. Tattered pants or fancy pants? Tattered pants, fancy pants, tattered pants, fancy pants. I'm going with tattered pants. There we go. We're looking hot now. Alright, GSD's box level 35. Pungens, Dangens. And, okay, so these other boxes I can't quite use yet. Alright, let's get going. Yeah. I heard it before. It is time. It is the time of the Kunoichi. Next, I've got a Blue Guardian Vatsala. Oh, right, before I continue too far into everything, since I'm gonna have a little creature here, need to figure out what the heck my creature attack button is. Is it under setting? No, not settings. Hotkeys, duh. Dungeon, what's my creature attack button? Oh, I don't have one. Well then, that's kind of... Make it N. Why not? Apply. Done. Alright. One thing I would like to say about naming it Mochizuki Chi, I couldn't fit Mochizuki Chiyome Mochizuki was just taken, Chiyome was just taken, Chiyojo was taken, all the different ways that you could possibly do it. However, Mochizuki Chi, not only was I able to fit it, but it works really well, and the reason it works really well is because Chi is kind of like a very cute way of cute way in a certain way, at least. It's meant to sound cute. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Of replacing San with something else. And it's short for Chiyome. Look at that. Aren't we special? Don't we know some just tiny little bits of Japanese? Aren't we cool? So let's go ahead and do our early journey through this. Man, it's been a while since we've been through here, hasn't it, guys? It's been several months since we've last been through this journey together. But this will take us through everything we've seen before and beyond. Hey, hey, ha, ha! I should probably use my skills a little bit more. I have, they take like no mana. They take no mana! And actually do quite a bit of damage. So, whilst we are on this journey here, hiccups. Whilst we are on this journey, let's talk about some stuff. For example, I mean, we could talk about what we're doing and what we're playing, but who wants to do that? Nobody, obviously. We'll just talk about new skills once I get them, and I'll, you know, talk about how cool they are. Any hoozles, in the meantime, so one of the things I want to talk about is the whole, oh yeah, hey, let's do that. Right, there we go, we'll just do that, bam. Bam, chosen. He'll just run out and machine gun punch things to death for us when we need him to. That should speed up our questing. Alright, so we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about this job that I have nowadays. You know, I am a cook in a restaurant, a Greek restaurant to be very specific. And that's obviously been just a little bit interfering with my free time, seeing as I have to go there and make food for people. Filthy, filthy, hungry people. So, you know, that's what I've been doing when I'm not playing games and streaming, is that. And today I got the great honor of cleaning out the bottom of the steam table. So I went there a white person, came out a black person because of all the soot that came off of it while I was down there cleaning it, which is great. Basically, by the end of cleaning that, and I saved it for the end of the day, which is good because I would not have been allowed to touch anyone's food, and nobody would have wanted me to touch their food with how filthy that was, man. It was grody down there, but you know, you have to clean up your kitchen equipment eventually. Come on, Stara, get up. Ah, I wasted it. Man, I am not playing this class too well right now. But yeah, so that's the thing I'm doing, is I cook food for a living right now, and it pays some bills. I really wish I could do some something involving video games, but you know, you got to be pretty lucky to be able to do that. Pretty lucky. All right, I should be like disassembling those. That way I can have clear cube fragments available to myself. And then I can replace that with Hurricane and Roll. Yeah, Rise and Cut. There we go. Bam. Come here, disassembler. Disassemble... well, maybe not that. We'll disassemble stuff as we go from now on. That way we can, get some clear cube fragments, and then we can have our monk run in and hurricane and roll the, anything that's annoying for us. I've mined many crystals today. I'm a little bear thing with a flame on my head. I'm weird. This guy's freaking weird, man. One thing I will say about working at a restaurant is the worst part of it all is when you're just about done, you finished, you know, wiping down everything, cleaning up, and you're getting ready to set out and leave, and then some assholes come in at fucking 10:30 and they're like, "Hey, are you still open?" And the answer is yes. I hope you die before you can order your food, but yes. Oh, so that's a fun time. And by a fun time, I mean, you know, it's a job. Anyone out there that's had a job before knows what a job is like. You go there, you get your work done. I will say one thing about it is it's a lot more lively than most other jobs. Because there's pretty much always something to do. Always something to do in a restaurant. There's never a dull moment, by which I mean there's never really a moment to just not work or be bored or anything like that. Even on a slow night, because I mean, the way it works is either you're working on food right now for the immediate time, or you're preparing big meal kind of things for the future. So, you know, it's either work on whatever orders have just come in, or if there's no orders, work on some food right now for you know, the next couple days, to fill out the next couple of days worth of stuff, you know. Make the sauce. Yeah, just give it all to me. I'll take a look at what it is. Alright, what do we got? Flame cut. Okay. Cast on a burning target will ignite them, causing a fire explosion. Okay, so it hits them with fire and it launches them a little bit. Okay, Slicer. Slices an enemy with both hands after a dash attack. Okay, so you just attack after a dash. Dark Soul. Shadow Cut. Ooh. Slashes, immobilize an enemy, inflicting damage, and move behind that enemy and wait for the perfect opportunity to perform your next attack. Apply skills. Give me those skills. Beautiful. Alright, let's equip this better equipment now. Boom, boom, bang, bang, boom. And then we'll go ahead and disassemble all this crap. And that should give us clear cube fragments. 5. Okay, so we won't necessarily go hurricane and roll right now. Oh, also, there's this bingo. If I recall, it's 45, right? Sure is. It sure is. Awesome. So that's done. I meant to go to Frozen Ludion. What am I doing? Oops. Well, guys, we're going to go for another trip through Ludion here, and it should not take very long. Okay, so that's decently strong. Was that just forward and Z? Okay. Flame cut! Alright, well, we don't have a quest here, but it'll be nice to see how quickly we've gotten strong. Also, it's good to see how, you know, it's a good way to see how very much equipment matters. Man, thieves move fast. Like, natural thief speed is high. Overkill. Later, nerd. I just wanted that to end it. That was nice. That was tasty. Beautiful, delicious. Almost as delicious as the food that I make at work. Anyway, we're gonna... Pretty much every time we level up, we're gonna go back to town just for a second to level up our skills so that we can very, very quickly... Wow, look how many thieves there are. Look at all the thieves! They're all over the place. All of them just undulating right next to each other with that idle stance. So, according to the character creation screen, Kunoichi is another character that they consider hard to play. Much like Monk, Battle Mage, Elven Knight, I believe. And this is all just, you know, the hardest to play, the highest difficulty. I found it very amusing that every single one of the female Slayer subclasses is considered easy. Which, for anyone that's watched my PvP videos and has seen me get really salty there, you'd know that I'm not too fond of facing the, Okay, so, that little chibi Kunoichi attack is just a stand-in-place thing. Alright, but anyway, anyone that's seen any of my PvP videos, when I play Monk and go PvPing, will know that I am not fond of facing female Slayer, as, I'm not fond of facing any character class that can just instantly counterattack you while being attacked. And one of the big reasons is that, like, Desperado has it and Female Slayer has it where they can counterattack while they're being attacked. Monk has a counterattack while being attacked, but you have to predict it. You can't do it. I'll say they can counter a hit, but you have to hit it before you're being attacked, and you have to predict them attacking you, as opposed to just doing it while they're hitting you. And, as for some other classes, like, I think the more balanced ones are Rogue and Mage with the way that they deal with their counter systems, which is the fact that, if Rogue's being... Or at least for, oh, what's the name of that Rogue class? Oh, not enough SP, so let's get rid of Dark Soul, probably. Actually, Shadow Cut's kind of useless here. Dark Soul's probably more useful. Shadow Cut's more like a PvP kind of thing. Wow, for some reason I just cannot think of, for some reason I just really cannot think of the class. It's not Necromancer, it's the other one. Rogue. Yeah, Rogue. I believe that's it. The Rogue class thing where if you're knocked into the air and they start juggling you, you can pretty much reposition yourself and get out of the juggle. And the way that mages have it with their phase shift is that they can reposition themselves when they're being attacked with phase shift. The difference between these skills is that phase shift and whatever the rogue one is, I'm sorry I don't know it off the top of my head for the name, is the very fact that these are counter moves that reposition, whereas Revenger, which is the gunner counter skill, or the Desperado counter skill, I should say, Ranger counter skill, male and female. Revenger and whatever the female Slayer one is, again, sorry, I don't know the name of that one by heart, but the difference is that those two have counterattacks on them and almost guarantee that you're going to get some sort of combo off onto your opponent. Whereas the rogue and the mage ones are just repositioning, which is far, far, far weaker by comparison to a counterattack. And, well, it's still very strong because it gets you out of a combo. It can save you tons and tons of health, but it's not going to, like, hit your opponent, possibly stun your opponent, launch your opponent, and put you into a really good position by comparison. So really, I really think that those are just way better made. And yes, everyone that's going to come and say things about this and that, I am quite aware of the fact that both of those can only be done from a standing position. However, there's the fact that the rogue one can only be done from a launched position. So it's just a big question for me for a big question for me is just why does it work in such a way? I don't know. I just really think that counterattacks are an insanely strong mechanic. Period. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to articulate myself for you guys properly, and I don't want to just stumble over my words constantly, but it seems that I'm doing that anyway. So, what I'm trying to say is that counterattacks are insanely strong. So, if counterattacks are not properly implemented, then what's going to happen is you're going to have these counterattacks that just dictate extremely strong classes. For example, Male Ranger is the strongest class in PvP. Yes, I know Jung Jam is a male brawler and is currently the strongest competitive PvP player. That is because he knows how to abuse a couple of broken mechanics for it, and is extremely clean with his combos. That doesn't negate the fact that Male Brawler is the strongest class in PvP right now. And there will be a big patch which will change things up a little bit for it, and make things a little bit slightly more fair, but it's not going to change it to the point where like suddenly Male Ranger is never going to get played or anything like that. Far from it. It's still going to be one of the best, arguably the best class for PvP still. Not necessarily the best, but a very, very, very strong class still. So, and one of the big parts of the reason, I mean, other than the insane damage that you can put and the insane pressure on the screen that you can put just by being that class, is the very fact that you have that counterattack, which that counterattack, Revenger by itself kind of negates Monk as a class, or it at least, like, a counterattacks like remove a large potential of Monk's ability to fight. Revenger slightly less so than the female Slayer one, because if you're paying very close attention as the Monk and you have very good reaction time, you can dry out into Smasher to throw them out of it. But you have to have dry out ready, and there's a lot of things where that can go wrong very easily. And it's not just Monk, but I'm using Monk as my example because Monk is what I've played the most of in PvP as of now. So obviously that's the one I should talk about because it's just the one that I know the best. And truth of the matter is that counterattack alone is one of the things that just makes the matchup so very painful for Monk, and I'm sure it's very painful for a lot of other classes because like it completely undermines your opponent's skill set on its own because you can't really do a standing combo against them safely unless you have a lot of like super armor available, or you're paying very close attention and can cancel into a grab when you see them flash super armor. Whereas while you can't really counter phase shift from mages, for example, and I'm going to use that as the counter example, you can't really counter phase shift, but the point of the matter is that it's not meant to be an offensive tool. That's the thing about like parries and counterattacks. They're not necessarily meant to be offensive. They're meant to be a defensive tool. That like you got out of the combo and put yourself into a better position. You already have the advantage. You don't need to also hit your opponent and apply hit stun and possibly stun them. Looking at you again, Revenger, and your amazing ability to stun me whenever I really don't want that to happen. And thus you get this stuff where it's a really unfair playing field for certain matchups. And I understand that there's meant to be some matchup discrepancy and differences because that's what makes the different character classes unique. But there's already so many good things that X class and Y class has. You don't necessarily need to give them a counterattack, you know. At least I really don't think that these classes would suffer if that counterattack wasn't quite so strong. Talking about once again, Ranger and female Slayer classes. And I'm not sure if the female Slayer one is supposed to be as insane as it was, but I've seen it flip the female Slayer across over half a screen behind me and knock me up, and that dropped my jaw straight to the floor and created a crater with the impact because I was so surprised. I was like, what? That's not allowed, is it? That can't be allowed. All female Slayer has to do in PvP anyway is just roll face across keyboard. And they cover half the screen in attacks. I don't know. Bone Shield. So is that just a defense increase? Increasing physical and magic defense and a protective shield. When necromancers attack, the bones react by automatically hitting the attacker with neutral magic damage. Press the skill hotkey while casting. This skill allows you to place the shield on yourself or a nearby foe. Okay. Not really super... Oh, this is it. This is it. Transformation Molting. See, there we go. Drops a doppelganger in your place and warps you into the air. Select where you warp. Blah, 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 blah. The doppelganger will taunt enemies after a set amount of time, or when the doppelganger takes 2 minutes, it will explode. Yeah. I believe Transformation Molting was what I was talking about for the... I really think of it as a rogue skill most of the time. Slides forward real fast and attacks. And what's that? Ankle cut? Yeah. So that's increase rising cut. We'll get that and that. I guess we'll just get shining cut then. Alrighty. I'm fine with that. I don't really need transformation molting or any. I don't really think I need anything defensive for the purposes of the early game. Oh, come on now. Everyone's gonna know my password now. What am I gonna do? All I have to do is walk to the bottom left every time. Almost. Usually. Alright, equip my stupid item. That way I can disassemble these. Boop, boop, boop.